Hi, welcome to Carolina Crafting. I'm Jackie Jentz. We're back up in Hanging Dog, North Carolina. Ever since I've moved to North Carolina, I've heard about toothbrush rugs. Well, Judi Chavers has finally been kind enough to teach me how to make a toothbrush rug. And today, we're going to show all of you how to do it. Hi, Judy.
Hi, Jackie.
Thanks for having me out here. This is it's gonna be so cool. First we need old sheets.
Old sheets, thrift store sheets.
Or my closet.
You could do that. You could do that.
I have a bunch.
You could do that.
Okay, you've already taken.
I've just cut the corner.
The corner.
If you want to take the time to unhem this and use that extra 2 strips, you can. I don't think that that's that important.
No.
I think for time's sake, I usually just rip it off and get rid of it.
It's okay. I did that.
And rip off the selvage and get rid of it. Okay.
I love this part. Ready?
Let's go.
Woo!
And don't worry, it's not going to tear straight. It's not going to tear even.
Yeah.
But you don't need a ruler. And
okay. Once you rip it, how wide are the strips?
well, like I said, there's no such thing as a tape measure.
Okay, but
No,
1 inch, 2. Ooh.
You want it about 1 inch wide.
About 1 inch wide. Okay.
But I'm going to show you an easy way to do that when we get the selvages off.
Okay. Mine.
We're gonna stand up and rip some strips.
That sounds
Good exercise.
Oh, we all need that.
Always do this part outside. You don't want to do this inside.
No.
You would be amazed at how much lint comes out of a sheet.
When I was a little girl and my great grandmother was alive, her two sister-in-laws would come over and they would do this, but they were making rag rugs to put on a loom, not to do this.
Okay.
And my job as a 5-year-old, which was really cool for me, was to take the strips together and I would loop it over like this and then base stitch it. And I had this long thing and I made these giant balls of rags. I thought it was like so cool. I was part of the big girls. You know?
You were a crafter back then.
I was, and I got to sit and listen to them tell little stories about the family, which was even better.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of fabric here. Is there a shorter way to?
There is, and since you really want, about half the length of the sheet is how far you can reach with your arm when you pull your stitch through.
Okay.
So if you'll half your sheet and just make you a cut. Make you a cut right here, and then just tear that sheet in half.
You need lots of room here. You can't do this in close quarters.
No.
Yay.
When I learned, I did it in the truck on the way home from the blacksmith conference. Oh, Tommy was not happy.
That's not good when you're driving, actually.
No.
Okay.
All right.
I can see why you want to do this outside. There's strings everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Strings and dust and
Okay.
from the sheet.
So about 1 inch.
What I normally do is just pile mine up on the table, put your edge that you're going to cut against, and just don't measure. Don't measure. Just start snipping like so, and make you several just little cuts.
Little starts.
Just little starts like this.
This pattern's gonna look so good with the different colors and then the white.
Yeah, because you're gonna see,
Oops.
you're not gonna, it's not gonna look like this and it's not gonna look like this. It's just gonna mingle the colors all together. And when you start ripping these, Still looks too long. I think I went the wrong way. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I got my little strips.
Okay.
Well, this one rolled up. I don't think I'm going to use this edge. There. Now,
this is the exercise part. The rest of it's real relaxing.
according to my doctor, I need more exercise. This can be fun to do when you're sitting around on cold, snowy winter nights. Oh my gosh. And what's even better, at the end you have a rug to put beside your bed
to keep your feet warm.
for the cold winter nights. Okay, we've got a giant pile of strips. What do we do first?
First thing is just get you a piece and start pulling strings. Just get as many of the strings off as you can.
Oh, that's going to... That takes time. Where's the little 5-year-old to sit under the table?
Hershey!
That would work. Now I know why my great-grandmother didn't care I was under there. I was a big
Right,
girl.
because you picked up.
Yeah, okay.
We used to play under my grandmother's table.
It's always fun.
That was our favorite spot, especially if it was raining.
Ooh, yeah.
We'd make tents
Yep.
out of old sheets.
Yep. Good old sheets. No, just think back then you're using sheets and they're not permanent press or anything.
Oh, no.
Well, this craft's really old. I'm sure they've been making this as long as the hills have been standing
Back,
there.
yeah, it goes back. It's actually a Scandinavian stitch. And I wish I knew the name of it, but I don't. I've just always heard it called toothbrush.
Yep.
The reason it's called a toothbrush rug is because your needle is made from the end of a toothbrush.
That is so cool.
When you buy the toothbrush, this is naturally on there. If you're lucky. If you're not, you have to shape it. You just drill a hole in there and presto, you've got a needle.
Cool.
You've got your first strip. You've got it pretty much the strings off of it. You want to bring the ends of it together.
Okay.
Hershey?
Oh, we have a doggy to help us.
He likes to.
Okay.
All right. Now, fold that down.
Just in a square?
Just in a square.
Okay.
Now here's what you're going to do. This is how you're going to join these strips together. You're not going to sew them together.
Okay.
This is high tech. This is a toothbrush and a pair of scissors and an old sheet. No supplies to buy.
That's a good thing.
Yep.
Oops. How far down?
That far.
That far?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
I like to clean the ends of mine up just a little bit after I cut my slit that's going to join. I fold it in half and I just kind of point that end off just to clean it up like that.
Okay. I can do that.
Just looks nicer. Thread your needle.
With a pointy end. I think I can do this one better than I can those little tiny ones. After a certain age, your eyes go. Okay, so it's
just thread it, you know, where you got a long tail.
So I don't have to pull both of them through.
No,
just
no,
one.
just one.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. Okay, a long tail. Oops, there.
There you go. Now you've crocheted before, right?
Well, it's been many, many years.
Okay. Do you know how to make a chain?
Show me.
Okay. First thing you're going to do is make a slip knot. Make you a loop. Okay. And then bring your long tail up through your loop so that you just have a little knot.
It's not. It's on the long end, where the. Oh, okay. I'm not. I was doing something with a loop. Ta-da! Here, is that good enough?
However you can get there.
I had to take the long way. Of course, I got lost coming up here. I'm going to get lost tying a knot.
However you get there.
Okay.
Okay. Now tighten that up so that you've just got, you know,
Okay.
tighten it up some more. You don't want this big of a loop.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tighten that part up. Don't worry about this. If it's
Okay.
too long, we can cut it off.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now, to chain, just take your thread
Okay.
and put it through the loop.
That I can do.
Okay?
Okay.
Do that 5 times. 2. There's 3 chains. There's 4 chains. And there's 5 chains. We're just going to start round, you know, just with a round row. If you were going to do an oval, you'd want to chain longer and then come around the sides. You can do square, but there's no pattern for round, oval, or square.
Okay.
It's just all, you just have to feel it.
Do.
And then you need to put your tail to the right. There you go. Go ahead and put your thumb in that.
Okay.
Because your thumb is not going to lose that loop.
Okay.
If you lose that loop, you have to unsew. It won't tear out.
Oh no.
So don't lose your loop.
Okay.
Okay. Back here where you have your first stitch, go into that stitch.
Nice. It's tight. That one. Okay.
Okay. All right.
That's a lesson for me. Don't make it too tight. You can't get your toothbrush.
Okay. Hold on to that. This needs to go over your thumb. Other way. There you go. And then put your thumb in the loop.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is just going to be kind of like a half stitch. This is just to join this so that we have a circle.
Okay.
We got to join that so we have a circle. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to kind of pick up part of this.
Okay.
Go in the back side, pull that off your thumb.
Okay.
But you see you still got something on your thumb, right? You see you still have this on your thumb?
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Keep it there.
Okay.
Keep that there. All right, and then just pull your needle through. Hold on to what you got and pull your needle through. And ta-da-da, you have a circle.
So you say.
Okay.
Oh my.
All right, so now that you've joined your little chain together and you've kind of made yourself a circle, you've got 4 distinct loops here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just call them A, B, C, D.
Okay.
Okay. D is very important. D has to stay on your thumb.
Okay.
Don't drop your D. Okay. You're gonna take your needle. You're gonna start with A. You're going to go over B, under C. You see what I did there? And then you're going to come in the back side of D, and it can come off your thumb because you still have your string over here to replace it. Never let it come off unless you always pull that back to your thumb. Now that's a pretty big stitch, so we're going to go ahead and put another one in there. Okay? There's A. We're going to go over B, under C, and around D. Okay?
Okay.
Now, put this like your glove. This is your glove. Okay? Now, do one of your stitches at the same time that I do one of mine. And we'll just kind of follow each other here. Wait, I got to get mine on right. I don't have a B. Okay.
Okay.
Now I got a B. And I got a C. Okay. All right. So go into your next stitch.
Okay.
Cross B, under C. Perfect, perfect. And then come around D. So you're going to have to loosen up some.
It,
Yeah. Make sure that you got your little tail over here.
still got a tail.
Got your tail.
Yay.
Yay! Pull. Did it?
I let my thumb go.
No, you got it. You got it.
I got it?
You got it. You did it.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! Okay, I'm out of thread. So,
Okay, so we're ready for our second strip.
So I'm gonna fold this.
Get you another strip. Get as many strings off of it as you can.
Okay. Then fold it over. Just like we did the edge.
Make
the little loopy thing.
Make your little cuts.
Okay. Oh, I gotta make that one on the edge.
Do it on. You got to do it. Have one on both ends.
Oh, that's right.
So now where your end is, your needle is off. Make sure your needle is
That's
off.
right here.
Get your two ends together and your end that you're sewing with. All right.
Oh, this, okay.
Put one end of the new through it.
Through the bottom?
One
This-
end of the new through your tail.
Okay.
And you've got a hole right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Take the other end of your new piece.
Okay. Oh, I got it the wrong way.
That's all right.
That's okay.
And put it through that hole.
This hole?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, I see.
And then you're joined together.
Put a knot.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You've got you a nice little clean knot that just
Yay.
slips flat. Should,
yeah.
see? Just slips flat.
Yeah.
Slips flat.
Flat. There we go. Okay.
I said it.
So then we have to
Then
thread
you
the
got to
needle
thread your
together.
needle again. Into that front loop. Once in a while, put two in one, you know. Because as it obviously as it gets bigger, you're going to have to add stitches.
Something else to worry about. Adding stitches. Okay,
You'll know.
Get one down right, and then you're gonna change it. Oops.
I was gonna teach you the stitch before I taught you to add a stitch.
Okay. I'm progressing. How's
Okay.
yours?
Good, good.
Oh, look, you almost got a trivet. I
Going
think.
good?
I don't think I want a rug. I think I'll go settle for a trivet. But I did finally pick up on the stitching, even though it was a little weird at the beginning. I think I finally got the hang of it. This rug is how old?
10 years old.
10 years old. So once you make one, it's forever.
Wash it, dry it, step on it.
Well, it's been a really great way to spend a Saturday afternoon, and thanks so much for having
Thank
us up
you.
here.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.